Welcome to Cookin' in Brooklyn, the art of entertaining through cooking and cocktail pairing. We'll show you dishes from around the world that you can prepare easily in your own home and pair them with a delicious cocktail. ¿Cómo está? Welcome to another episode of Cookin' in Brooklyn. I'm Tomas Reyes, and for this episode, I'm very excited to be taking a trip to my native country, the Philippines. And with me is my good friend, bartender Enzo Lim. Enzo, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Tomas.
Now, there are 7,107 islands that make up the Philippines, which means not only are there many different dialects, but there are also many variations in food.
This is true. So today, we're going to make chicken adobo. Adobo is probably one of the more well-known dishes in Filipino cuisine, and the process of stewing with vinegar is actually indigenous to the Philippines.
And originally, it was packed for mountaineers and travelers because by cooking with vinegar, it kept well without refrigeration.
To complement this dish, I'm going to show you how to make a classic daiquiri.
All right, so let's get started. Okay, let's start off by taking about 2 pounds of chicken legs and thighs. Now, since I'm using larger pieces this time, I'm going to cut them so they cook faster. On the side, chop up 1 whole onion and mince 5 cloves of garlic. At high heat, add corn oil to your pot and coat the entire surface. Now we drop the chicken in. What you want to do is quickly stir it around and let it brown a little. After it starts to get some color, go ahead and drop in 5 bay leaves, your chopped onions, the minced garlic, about 2 teaspoons of whole black peppercorns, 1.5 cups of soy sauce, and 2 cups of vinegar. Give it a good stir and mix all the ingredients together. Turn down the heat to a moderate level and drop the lid on it. We're going to let this cook for about 30 minutes or so to let the meat fully absorb the soy sauce and vinegar. While that cooks, let's make a typical condiment for the dish using diced tomatoes, onions, and a little fish sauce. Alright, let's check back in with our adobo. I usually like to taste the broth first. If you need to, just add some salt to taste. It'll never be as good as my grandma's, but I'll say this is pretty close. Now let's plate this with some steaming jasmine rice. And we'll finish it off with a tomato mix. This will add a touch of freshness and extra flavor to each bite. And there you have it. Kaya na.
That adobo looks good. This classic daiquiri will pair with it nicely and complement it with its perfect balance of sweet and sour. For our classic daiquiri, we start with the juice of 1 lime. This comes out to roughly 1 ounce. Next, we add a 3/4 ounce measure of simple syrup. This is simply sugar and water at a 1-to-1 ratio. Finally, we add the good stuff. A classic daiquiri is made with white rum, but you can play around with other styles if you like. Just keep in mind that some rums will be sweeter than others, so you may want to adjust your sweet and sour components accordingly. Using a chilled cocktail glass adds a nice touch. Add ice to your metal shaker. Give it a real shake. Strain slowly. And savor your first sip.
So there you have it. Chicken adobo.
Classic daiquiri.
Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time on Cookin' in Brooklyn. Peace.
Salamat!